In the last two videos, I covered what agentic commerce is and how to optimize your Shopify store for AI search broadly. This one is specifically about ChatGPT because it works differently from Perplexity, Google AI Mode, and Copilot, and it deserves its own playbook.
If we haven't met already, I am the digital avatar of Steve, the founder of e-commerce agency Working Digital. While he is helping Shopify brands scale with AI, I am here to keep you up to date with the latest AI strategies for e-commerce. Steve reads every comment, so make sure to drop one below.
ChatGPT has 880 million monthly active users. A lot of those people are now using it to shop. And when they ask for a product recommendation, ChatGPT isn't running a Google search behind the scenes. It's pulling from its own structured data systems and evaluating your store against a set of criteria that most e-commerce brands have never even seen. The results are completely organic. No paid placements, no sponsored products. Every recommendation is based on data quality, reviews, and relevance to the shopper's query. OpenAI has said this directly. That means if you get the data right, you show up. If you don't, your competitor does.
ChatGPT's shopping research runs on a specialized variant of GPT-5 Mini that was trained specifically for shopping tasks. According to OpenAI's benchmarks, this model hits 52% product accuracy on complex multi-constraint queries. The standard ChatGPT search model only hits 37%. That 15-point gap is meaningful. They built a separate model just for shopping because the stakes are high and the data requirements are specific. So what does that model look for?
ChatGPT discovers your products through two separate channels, and understanding both matters because they feed different types of information. The first path is the Shopify Catalog. If you're on Shopify, your products are automatically synced to a centralized catalog that ChatGPT accesses directly. This is the agentic storefront integration that launched in March. ChatGPT gets clean, structured product data through this feed: your titles, descriptions, pricing, variants, images, availability, and shipping info. This is the primary path for product discovery. The second path is the OAI-SearchBot crawler. This is OpenAI's web crawler, and it works like a traditional search engine bot. It visits your website, reads your HTML, and indexes the content it finds. This crawler feeds additional context to ChatGPT, things like your about page, return policies, blog content, customer reviews on your site, and FAQ sections.
Both paths matter. The Shopify Catalog determines whether your products get discovered. The OAI-SearchBot determines whether ChatGPT trusts your store enough to recommend them. Think of it this way. The catalog is your product data, the crawler is your brand data. An AI agent making a recommendation needs both. It needs to know what you sell and whether it should feel confident sending a shopper to your store. A lot of store owners focus exclusively on the product feed and ignore everything the crawler sees. That's a mistake because the trust signals on your actual website, your return policy, your about page, your shipping information, your reviews, directly influence whether ChatGPT recommends you or the store next to you with the same type of product.
Shopify exposes two data fields that directly influence your ChatGPT visibility, and most store owners don't know they exist. The first is called Popularity Score. It's a 0 to 5 scale that reflects your product's sales velocity and demand signals. Higher scores mean more visibility in ChatGPT recommendations. You can't manually set this number. It's calculated based on how your product performs. But you can influence it by driving sales through any channel. Every order, every conversion feeds this score. Products that sell well get recommended more. Products that sit stale get deprioritized. This creates a flywheel. If you can get initial sales momentum on a product, the popularity score rises. ChatGPT recommends it more, which drives more sales, which raises the score further. The hardest part is the initial push. The second field is called Is Eligible Search.
This is a Boolean, on or off, that determines whether a product appears in ChatGPT shopping results at all. And it's strategic. You can use it to hide products that get frequently returned, products that are out of season, prototypes that aren't ready for AI discovery, or loss leaders that you don't want AI recommending outside of your sales funnel. Most stores leave every product eligible by default. That means AI agents might recommend your worst performing, highest return product to a shopper. Curating which products are eligible for AI discovery is an optimization layer that almost nobody uses. There's another signal that's less visible but equally important: reviews. A product with 20 genuine reviews outperforms a similar product with 0 reviews in ChatGPT recommendations. That's not a huge number, 20 reviews, but the gap between 0 and 20 is the difference between showing up and being invisible. If you're launching a new product, getting those first 20 reviews needs to be a priority. Not for your product page, not for social proof on your site, for ChatGPT, because ChatGPT uses review count and rating as a confidence signal when deciding what to recommend.
This one surprised me. Semrush ran an experiment comparing ChatGPT shopping recommendations against Google Shopping results. After running the test 100 times, they found that ChatGPT pulls 83% of its product data from Google Shopping. The top ChatGPT product recommendation was included in Google Shopping's first 3 results 75% of the time. Let me say that again. 83% of ChatGPT's product data comes from Google Shopping. This means your Google Merchant Center feed isn't just for Google anymore. If your Google Shopping feed is incomplete, your ChatGPT visibility suffers too. And if you've been ignoring Google Shopping because you thought it wasn't worth the effort, you've accidentally been ignoring ChatGPT at the same time. The practical takeaway is straightforward. Optimize your Google Merchant Center feed with the same urgency you'd put into ChatGPT directly.
Clean titles, complete attributes, competitive pricing, accurate availability, and no disapproved products. Every disapproved product in Google Merchant Center is a product ChatGPT can't see either. If you already have a well-optimized Google Shopping feed, you're ahead. If you don't, this is where you start. Fixing your Google feed gives you 2 channels for the price of 1.
Beyond the product feed and Google Shopping connection, there are ChatGPT-specific optimizations that differ from what works on other platforms. Trust pages. ChatGPT evaluates your store's trustworthiness before recommending it. That means your return policy, shipping policy, about page, and contact information matter more than you think. The OAI-SearchBot crawler reads these pages and uses them to determine whether your store is legitimate and reliable. If your return policy is buried in a PDF that requires a download, ChatGPT can't read it. If your about page is a single paragraph with no real information, that's a weak trust signal. Make these pages clear, detailed, and written in plain language. First 6,000 characters. Your product descriptions should front-load the most important information in the first 6,000 characters. That's roughly 1,000 words.
ChatGPT's shopping model evaluates this content when matching products to queries, materials, specifications, use cases, compatibility, care instructions, warranty information. All of it should be in that first block of text. If you're burying key product details in tabs that load dynamically, ChatGPT might never see them. Pricing transparency. ChatGPT evaluates pricing clarity as part of its recommendation logic. Simple, consistent pricing across variants performs better than complex bundle structures. If a shopper asks, "How much does this cost?" and ChatGPT has to guess because your pricing varies by size, color, and quantity with no clear base price, it deprioritizes you. Make pricing obvious. Product titles as natural language queries. ChatGPT matches your product title against the shopper's question. If a shopper types lightweight waterproof hiking jacket for women under $150, your title should contain as many of those words as naturally possible. Women's lightweight waterproof hiking jacket beats the Summit Collection, Series 3, every time. This is the most direct optimization you can make, and it takes 5 minutes per product. Consistent cross-platform information. If your price on ChatGPT doesn't match your website or your availability is listed differently, that's a negative signal. AI agents check for consistency across sources. Contradictory information about price or availability can exclude your store from recommendations entirely, even if your content quality is high.
You can test this today in about 10 minutes. Open ChatGPT. Type in 5 different queries that a real customer would use to find your products. Not your brand name, generic product queries. Best organic cotton baby onesies. Durable outdoor furniture that ships free. Whatever your customers would actually say. Run each query 3 times because ChatGPT's recommendations can vary between sessions. Note whether your products appear, which competitors show up instead, and what information ChatGPT displays about each product. If you're not showing up, look at the products that are. Check their titles, their descriptions, their reviews. Compare their Google Shopping listings to yours. The gap between their data and your data is the gap you need to close. If you are showing up, look at how ChatGPT describes your product. Is the information accurate? Is the pricing right? Is it mentioning your return policy or shipping times?
Any inaccuracies point to data that needs correcting, either in your Shopify Catalog, your Google Merchant Center feed, or the content on your actual website. This test gives you a baseline. Run it again after you make optimizations and measure the difference. That's how you track progress on a channel that doesn't have a traditional analytics dashboard.
Most e-commerce brands are still treating ChatGPT like a novelty. Some interesting technology may be useful for customer service. They haven't realized it's a shopping channel with 880 million users that recommends products based entirely on data quality. The stores that optimize their product data, fix their Google shopping feeds, install the knowledge base app, write clear trust pages, and curate which products are eligible for AI discovery, those stores are going to dominate ChatGPT recommendations. And once they do, the popularity score flywheel kicks in. More recommendations lead to more sales, lead to higher scores, lead to more recommendations. That loop is very hard to break into once a competitor owns it. If you want to know exactly where your store stands on ChatGPT readiness, I'll audit it for free. Links in the description. Takes 5 minutes to apply, and you get a full breakdown of what's working, what's missing, and what to fix first.
Next video, we're covering what AEO actually means for e-commerce and why it's different from SEO. If you've been hearing that term and not sure what to do with it, that one's for you.